myself Shweta Shah and I am your instructor for the subject Computer Organization and Architecture. In this subject we have started Unit 5, that is Central Processing Unit. In this unit we are going to see today the topic that is addressing modes. In last session we have seen implied addressing mode, immediate addressing mode, register indirect, auto increment, direct addressing, indirect addressing modes. In this session we are going to see further relative, index and based register addressing mode. So let me start with the relative addressing mode. In this relative addressing mode, the content of the program counter is added to the address part of the instruction in order to obtain the effective address. The address part of the instruction is usually a signed number which can be either positive or negative. If it is positive, then it is directly represented. If it is negative, then it is represented in form of 2's complement. When the number is added to the content of the program counter, the result produces an effective address whose position in memory is relative to the address of the next instruction. Because your program counter always indicates the location of your next instruction. If you add something into this program counter, then you are going to have some relative location from your next instruction. So you are adding program counter and the address part of your instruction. So here effective address will be address part of the instruction plus the content of the program counter. We can represent this by like this: LD $ADI. Here $sign indicates that you have used the relative addressing mode. To find out the actual address, you have to add ADR and program counter's content, and it will produce your effective address, and from that location the content is accessed and stored into accumulator in this LD instruction. So by this way we can use this relative addressing mode. Next we will see the index addressing mode. In this mode, the content of index register is added to the address part of the instruction to obtain the effective address. The index register is a special CPU register that contains an index value. The address field of the instruction defines the beginning address of the data of the array in the memory. So we can access whole data array by using this indexed addressing mode. So your address field will be the starting of your array and your index value that can be incremented or decremented so that you can access the whole array. So each operand in the array is stored in the memory relative to the beginning address. The distance between the beginning address and the address of the operand is the index value that you have stored in the index register. The effective address here will be like address part of the instruction plus the content of the index register. Here we also require to do some addition to find out the effective address, then you can access the content from that location. Okay, so by this way we can use this indexed addressing mode. Next addressing mode is a base register addressing mode. In this mode, the content of base register is added to the address part of the instruction to obtain the effective address. This is similar to the index addressing mode, except that the register is now called the base register instead of the index register. And the difference between these two modes is the way that we are using rather than the way they are computed. Computation will be saying that you have to add something. Okay, but how you are accessing, how you are using, that will be different. An index register is assumed to hold the index number that is relative to the address part of the instruction, while in a base register is assumed to hold the base address, and the address field of the instruction gives the displacement relative to the base address. The base register addressing mode is generally being used in the paging mechanism. So only the value of base register is required to be updated to reflect the beginning of the new page. So you just require to change the value of the base register. So here effective address will be addition of the two terms, that is the content of your base register and the your address field. Okay, so by this way you can use this base register addressing mode. Next, we will see the example for all of this addressing mode. So here, to show the difference between various addressing mode, we will show the effect of the addressing mode on the instruction defined in the figure, that is in next slide. The two-word, here we have used the two-word instruction which is stored at memory location 200 and 201. At 201 location, we have stored its opcode, that is load to accumulator, that means LD, and the mode field. And at 201 location, we have stored the address field, and that is stored as a 500. So the first word of the instruction is specifying your operation code and mode, and second word specifies your address part. So by using different addressing mode, we can represent this instruction like, for direct addressing, we can represent this instruction as a LD and ADR. And this instruction, the memory location ADR's content is going to be stored into accumulator. If you want to represent this instruction in indirect addressing mode, then we have to use @ sign. So our instruction will be like LD @ADR. In this instruction, your ADR location is containing your actual address. So the location ADR is being accessed, and then the content of ADR is used to accessing memory second time, and then this content is going to be used into, or you can say that content is going to be stored into accumulator. Third one is a relative addressing mode. For relative addressing mode, we are going to use the $sign. For that, your instruction is like LD and $ADR. That instruction will store the content of memory location that is given by program counter plus ADR location to the accumulator. Okay. In immediate addressing mode, your data, that is 500 you have stored in address field, is your immediate data, and that is going to be stored. So your immediate data is going to be stored into accumulator. For index addressing mode, your instruction will be like LD ADR in bracket X. So in this instruction, your content of memory location ADR plus XR is going to be added, and then from that location your operand is fetched and going to be stored into accumulator. In register addressing mode, you can write it like a LD and AR1, so that R1's content is going to be stored into accumulator. In register indirect addressing mode, your instruction will be like LD in bracket R1, so that your content of register R1 is being used as some address, and from that address your actual operand is being fetched, and that is going to be stored into accumulator. So by this way we can use this different addressing mode. So let me see with the content of memory location what will happen to your operand. So here the memory locations are given like in terms of 200, 201, 202, 300, 400 likewise. And in that box there is the actual content of that memory location is also stored. Here the content of program counter is 200, that means your instruction is stored at location 200. Then R1's content is 400, XR register's content is 100, and accumulator, that is we have used. At 200 location you have stored your instruction, that is load to accumulator, or you can say LD. Then there is a mode selection, so that will decide which mode you have used. And at location 201 you have used address field, and that is fixed, you have used address field as a 500. So your load to accumulator, that is your instruction, and address field 500 is fixed. But this mode bit will be different for different mode, and that will decide actually what is you are going to be accessed and what is going to be stored into accumulator. So let me see for the different addressing mode. First we start with the direct addressing mode. So for direct addressing mode, your instruction will be like LD 500. That means your instruction is like you are directly given the location where your operand is stored. So your actual address is directly given over here. So your actual address will be 500, and the operand, or you can say data, that is stored at location 500, that is 800. So by executing this instruction, you are going to store 800 into the accumulator, and your effective address is a 500. For next addressing mode, that is your immediate addressing mode or immediate operand mode. In this addressing mode, your address field is going to be used as a data that is going to be stored into accumulator. So for that data, your address is a next address, that is 201, and the content of that location is the 500. So by end of this instruction, your 500 data is going to be stored into accumulator. Next addressing mode is indirect addressing mode. In this addressing mode, your address field is going to be used as a actual address of your operand. So here address field is a 500. So first the 500 location is checked, and at that location whatever the content is there, that is your actual address, and from that location your data is accessed and going to be stored into accumulator. So at 500 location, that is 800 is stored. So 800 is your actual effective address. So that addresses contain 800's content is, that is 300. So that 300 is going to be stored into accumulator by end of this instruction. Next addressing mode is a relative addressing mode. In this addressing mode, you are going to do addition of address field and program counter to find out the actual location where your operand is stored. So for that, your at this time your program counter will be 202 because you have accessed the field 200, then 201, and then your program counter at this time is indicating 202 location. And your address field is a 500. That means your actual address where your operand is stored will be 500 plus 202, that is equals to 702. So your effective address for the relative addressing mode will be 702, and from that location your data, that is 325, is going to be stored into the accumulator. Next addressing mode is an indirect addressing mode. In this addressing mode, next addressing mode is an index addressing mode. In this addressing mode, your address field and index registers content are going to be added, and then your effective address is going to be found out, and then from that location your data is accessed. Here your address field is a 500 and content of your XR register is 100. That means your actual address will be 500 plus 100, that is equals to 600. So your actual address is a 600 and the content at location 600 is a 900. So by end of this instruction, 900 is going to be stored into the accumulator. Next addressing mode is a registered addressing mode. So for this addressing mode, you are going to use this register R1 for storing your data into accumulator. So the R1's content is 400 and that is going to be stored into accumulator. So by end of this instruction, your 400 is going to be stored into the accumulator. Next instruction, next is a registered indirect addressing mode. So in this addressing mode, your registered R1's content is going to be used as your address. So R1's content is a 400. That means your effective address will be 400, and at that location 400 we have stored 700. That means your 700 is going to be stored into accumulator by end of this instruction. Next addressing mode is a auto increment addressing mode. In this addressing mode, first your register R1 is going to be checked for your addressing, that is containing 400. That means your location will be 400. So that 400 locations content is going to be stored into accumulator. So by end of this instruction, your 700 is going to be stored into the accumulator. But by end of this instruction, your content of your R1 register is going to be changed like 401. Okay, so by storing, after storing the content from that location, the content of that register is going to be incremented by 1 in this auto increment addressing mode. Next one is a auto decrement addressing mode. In this addressing mode, first the content of register R1 is going to be decremented, and then the content of that location is going to be stored into accumulator. So here the content of register R1 by default is a 400. So first it is decremented by 1. So the content will be 399, and after decrementing, the content of that location, decremented location, is going to be stored into accumulator, that is 450, that is going to be stored into accumulator at the end of your instruction. Okay, so by this way we can use different addressing modes. Okay, so we are ending our today's session over here. If you have any query, then you can contact me.